is real.
Get up, get up, get up.
It's about to go down. Newsflash.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Slacking on your pimpin', turn it up.
You know, if you're gonna shoot, you better shoot straight because a wounded animal is the worst thing you can deal with.
Facts.
Welcome to the Baller Alert Show, featuring your lifestyle specialist, Kenny Burns, with Sue Solo and Ferrari Simmons.
The dream is real.
Yeah.
Oh, you put the shoulders out, huh? That's how you feeling? It's your lifestyle specialist, Kenny Burns.
It's the kid Ferrari Simmons.
I am your favorite Ethiopian Sue Solo.
Hey, how come I did the best one?
Mine is gone.
I
Doing
never
it too
can do
much.
them
I
all
got to
the way.
store it for Super Bowl weekend.
Sue be out here in these streets, boy.
I be in everybody. I celebrate everybody.
So that's the thing in the club.
Everywhere she goes, she do it.
Legit, everyone's always like, Sue, do that thing. Then when they play the African music, they're like, Sue,
Yeah.
where's Sue at?
The representative. How
I
y'all
can't dance
doing?
like that.
You good? Are y'all ready for Super Bowl weekend?
Super Bowl week gonna be litty.
You ready, Caesar? A.K.A. Chris Clark? A.K.A. Lady, he's the one with the cameras in all the clubs this weekend?
No.
All
he
the
gonna
clubs.
be no. See,
I don't know how you gonna do it
in
all.
the party. He's gonna be in the party. Trust me.
Yeah, you're going to have a camera.
Barely.
Listen, I promise you, this weekend will probably be one of the biggest weekends. And now that the weather is going to be good,
Is it gonna be decent?
the weather is
good.
going to be good, not just decent.
It's gonna snow on Tuesday.
It might, but the rest of the week is clear. The weekend is
It was
clear.
supposed to rain Sunday, but it's not.
Ooh, as of now,
Good thing is we got a dome.
Yeah, facts.
this is Georgia.
And all the clubs are covered. So we're good.
There's a
Super
lot
lit.
of stuff
What y'all got going this weekend? Come on, tell
What you
Ball
got,
Nation
Rari?
what you got popping.
I will be on TV today or Monday. I will be on TV for Super Bowl Live.
Yes.
It's gonna be on NFL Network. Myself,
Talking
Jermaine
that shit
Dupri,
it's
DJ
regular.
Holiday.
That fly shit. Okay.
That's gonna be lit.
All right.
Wednesday, Arm Lounge. Thursday, I'm at Compound and Medusa. Friday, Celebrity Basketball Game. I'm the Chad Johnson Celebrity Basketball Game. I am the official DJ for that.
That's
Yes.
right.
Friday, I'm at Living Room. Then I'm at the Super Atrium. Saturday, Street Bud. I'm doing a concert with him. Then Saturday, I'm doing Super Atrium with Kenny Burns. Then I'm doing
Kyle asked
Compound.
about the street bud event. You might have to take
I'm gonna
that.
bring Kyle with me with that. Then we got Compound. Then I'm at SL Lounge Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday, I'm doing DTLR Madden tournament, and then I am my night at the world famous Compound.
Okay, that's 17 checks in 4 days.
Like
Give it up for
legit.
Robert.
Hey, and they all playing cash. They all playing
I love
cash.
it.
Yeah.
I
Please
love
zoom
it.
in, zoom in.
No, don't say cash though, because the police are watching. Okay,
Okay.
great. Sue Sola,
God.
how was you? Unless you report it all.
Right.
Sue Sola, what you doing this weekend?
Preparing for Super Bowl. Thursday, I will be at Status with Keshi. Friday, I am one of the ambassadors for the Pepsi concert with Travis Scott.
Nice.
Yeah, one of the ambassadors.
Liddy.
That's gonna be amazing. Friday night is
Everybody eats.
yeah, Friday night. What we got Friday night? Why am I having a brain fart? There's so much. Saturday, the brunch ATL at Atlantis is gonna
Liddy.
be insane. Like
I'm coming to eat.
I promise you, my tables are already crazy. So if you need a brunch reservation, go to @thebrunch ATL on Instagram and
That's
go ahead
right,
and submit
baby.
that like ASAP.
Yes.
Sunday, I have a Super Bowl watch party. It's at a loft on Walker Street, which is walking distance to the Dome. We're going to have a food truck park, so you are more than welcome to come tailgate. We are
Dope.
not doing cover charge, but it's going to be amazing.
there early.
You
man.
might be the queen of curation. Like I've been noticing a lot of your events are super like invite personal
Yeah.
like dinners and the yacht.
Vibey.
The food is always A1.
Yeah, that's definitely
stars.
my thing. So the Super Bowl watch party, it's at this 20,000 square foot loft.
Dope.
It used to be residential. We'll have a grill out there. Like I said, food truck park, DJs, insane. Monday, I'm just going to be celebrating that the Super Bowl weekend is finally over. I will be
Yes.
at Gold Room on
Whoa,
Monday.
500 in cash.
Trying to catch a couple ones and stick them in my bag. You know what I'm saying? The leftovers.
That's beautiful. Everybody eats here at the Baller Show. I start off my week at Saks Fifth Avenue this Wednesday.
Fancy, smancy.
Excuse us.
Whoa.
January 30th, my son and I have a pop-up, the BRNS pop-up. We did exclusive cut and sew hoodies. We did like 160 pieces from small to XXX. When they go, they're gone.
That is awesome.
Thursday, I'm breathing. Friday, I'm at the Gold Room with Meek Mill, one of my favorites. In fact, two of my favorites actually, Meek and Fab. Saturday day, I'm at the Super Atrium with my brothers A. Dubsky, aka Aaron, and Pat Nix.
What up, Pat Nix? That's
And
the big
then
homie.
that night, we're at the world famous Compound with Meek Mill and Cardi B. I
Hey.
suggest You get there early. Alex has remixed the entire club.
Looks good. Looks
I'm
good.
just letting you know. So please have your
cannot wait.
face.
Have you
in
seen
place
it?
early? Absolutely.
I cannot wait.
And then Sunday day, I'm doing the biggest damn watch party at the Super Atrium with A. Dubsky and Pat Nix. And then Sunday night, we finishing at the world famous compound with the most powerful rap label in the world, QC.
That's gonna
will
be lit.
in the building. Baby, Migos, P, Coach, Lil Baby. I said baby. Okay,
Yeah,
all of
Guwap.
I don't know how to
and
make it
Gucci
to
Mane.
Monday.
Big
like,
doo-wop.
all the way to Monday. That's going to be
Yeah.
rough.
Oh, that's a hell of a weekend if you're not in ATL. Stab yourself in the face. Now it's time for In Case You Missed It.
Just in case you missed it.
Just in case. Ladies and gentlemen, one time for Meek Mill with his reform movement. Focus on transforming the broken justice system. Follow at Reform on Instagram. The Reform Alliance is changing laws, policies, hearts, and minds. And we saw him last week with the owner of the Patriots and Jay-Z, and just what he's been able to do with his voice is amazing. Because we all know that at the end of the day, this is not a fair system. A lot of people stay in jail because they just can't simply afford bail.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? $1,000 bail. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just, it has to be some reform. And Meek Mill is leading by example by using his platform to do that. So
He's doing
And
it
he's
well.
still on probation.
well, technically, yes.
Now, technically,
Yes,
because
yes.
I saw a tweet. He was like, "Man, I just want to be free." He has
Yeah.
to check in all the time.
Yeah, but you know what it is too, and I think now that the lens is on it the way it is, because the judge clearly had an issue with the boy. You know what I'm
100%,
saying? And
definitely.
it's like, all right, now this, you know, the things about the police, the arresting officers in this case, and all these things. So it's helping other people as well, because apparently whoever these officers were had so many discrepancies in their cases with lying and tampering with, you know. So whatever the case is, I think Meek's voice in his situation has shined or focused the light on that. So and big up to Meek and Fab. They were on SNL this weekend.
Yeah, lit.
Yeah, it was. I personally looking at Meek, it just reminds me of Jay. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that in the way that Jay hit a corner after the stabbing with. You remember that back in the day when Jay got locked up?
I remember.
And so that was like a moment for Jay. Like, I gotta really, watch who I'm around. I gotta really focus. You know what I'm saying, on what's going on. And I think, even Meek posted a picture with him and I. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not with the street no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm on this level.
Yeah, I had the suits on too.
You know what I'm talking about?
Put it on the screen, Caesar.
Big
Put it
shout
on
to
the
Larry
screen.
Monroe. We had a crazy,
Those are not cheap
crazy
suits
weekend,
right there.
incredible weekend down there in New Orleans. But I just think that, like, him on that mic, you know what I'm saying, on SNL and like talking that street shit, but from a place of like, you know what I'm saying, desperation, awareness, appreciation for where he's come from and where he's going. I just think it was so many different emotions. in
Very
that
Jay-Z-ish.
performance. Very, and it's a beautiful thing to see that growth and maturation. Speaking of reform, DMX is out of jail, y'all.
Hope he can stay out. He's one of my favorite rappers ever, man.
He's so talented.
Song till it's on, then I got to know now. Is you with me or what? Nigga try and give me a nut. Honey want to give me bud.
Did you
What?
remix that verse?
Politica with the chick, I'm wondering if I'm a creep. Little hood rat chick from 45th named Tanika.
Okay.
Coming through like I do, getting my bark on. Knew she was a thug, cause when I met her, she had a scar.
Oh, man, that nigga DMX.
Wow, you are feeling that, Rory.
Now, that was
That's one of my favorite rappers, man.
But did you see the video though when he was talking to dudes in the hallway?
When he was talking
Yeah.
crazy.
And he was talking about God. I mean, I don't think the first part was good, but then he just got emotional. Like you got,
He got emotional always in his concerts too, though. He's an emotional spirit.
100%. I think that's what the connection was. From,
I think
from
he
us to him.
is fighting so many demons, and I think that's where that emotion comes from a lot of the times. Like, I remember
believe it.
him, like, I knew dope boys in Fourth Ward that used to serve him. Like, he would actually come there and get high. Yeah, like, he would sit on Boulevard or Auburn and or King City and get high. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like,
listen,
like
hello?
I'm not kidding. And, he would just binge and get high in the hood and then start crying and talking to everybody about God.
Listen,
and I would always tell them that he is battling demons. Like he's
Damn, man.
But I think now that
trying
he's
to get
free.
away from
That's what
it.
I'm saying about
Yeah.
the video. I think that now that he's
Yeah.
free, because in the video it's just like you're free. You're talking to some admirers, some fans,
Mm-hmm.
and then yet you just get super emotional. Like I'm almost thinking he's scared. Like he's scared to come back in society with the same.
I can imagine.
You know what I'm saying?
He put on IG that he didn't work out this time in jail. He just worked his mind out.
Wow.
But he needs it, and I pray that he's in a good place. Just like I hope and pray that somebody gets Donald Trump out of the office. I just pray. I mean, we all
We getting
understand that
close.
the government is back. So big shout out to the people getting these
Temporarily.
checks. But they're getting that back pay, and they about to have a 3-week stretch. But I think that he disturbed his base with the shutting down of the government as well. So
Totally.
now it can't just be about that.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have to call an executive order or whatever it's called, so he can just
National
build a wall without.
emergency.
Exactly, a national emergency, so he can just do it. That's the only next thing. And when he does that, it's going to be hell to pay for him in court, because that's an abuse of power. Because it's clearly, I mean, we don't have to go back and forth on how many experts have said that the wall's not going to do anything and this, that, and the third. But it's just like, it's a vanity thing for him to have. I built that. So when
It's
he's dead and
total
gone,
vanity. Yeah.
Donald Trump put up
did
this
that.
wall. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only reason he's doing it. Now, off of Trump, I don't even want to give him any more attention. Sue Solo, you've been actively involved. If anybody doesn't know, there was an alleged rape at Opera nightclub here in Atlanta, and we'll just use that term because that's what they're saying.
There was a young woman,
Yep.
January 19th. She went out to celebrate her birthday, and she was raped and taped in the middle of the dance floor. They actually found traces of horse tranquilizer in her system. There's since been a second video released of that same incident from a different angle.
Really?
That actually shows women recording it, and you can hear the women laughing in the background of the video.
So wait, so there's an actual video that exists of him actually penetrating her?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
wow. Didn't see
wow.
that.
it starts out, they meet and he realizes she's celebrating her birthday. He buys her a drink. In the video, she thanks him for the drink. So he acknowledges that he bought her this drink. And then later on in the video, a pill
Yeah, you
appears.
see it.
That's what we saw. I saw
the
that.
pill
Okay,
appear
missed
in
that.
her drink. And she's drinking it and just enjoying her night. And throughout the video, she's like going in and out of consciousness, and she's telling him, "Pull my dress down." Like every time she goes out of consciousness, he tries to test the waters and see like how far he can go. But the second angle came out, and that's the one that probably I didn't think I could be any more disgusted. But when I saw the second one and heard the women laughing.
Yeah, because in the video
It
you
really
told me
messed
to
me
look
up.
at with the first one, I was
Yep.
seeing girls in the background like this, and I'm like, and I didn't watch the whole thing. I just,
Yeah.
but I saw the girls like literally
Yeah.
with their phones up.
So in the first video, you just see like all these other people on the dance floor, right? They're just there on the floor. And then on the one that is released of the other angle, like I said, the women are recording and they're like, haha, oh, he fucked her to sleep.
Are you serious?
Dead ass. He fucked her to
Wow.
sleep. So
I know that's crazy. So
you know,
I'm
the-
sorry for saying alleged. Clearly, there's a video that shows.
no,
it.
it's
I didn't
it's
see that
horrible.
one.
When he realized that she was at this point pretty gone, he actually moistens his fingertips.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Sticks
wow.
it in her, adjusts his pants, and he starts penetrating her. And
That's on tape, and they haven't
on tape.
arrested him.
they haven't arrested him.
No, they. I thought he did get brought in and they let him go.
That's it. He has not been arrested.
Yeah.
So
They brought him in for questioning and
since
they let
then,
him go.
just so everyone understands the severity of what it's like to be a victim, and not only be a victim, but to hear the ridicule of people online telling you like you shouldn't have been twerking, you shouldn't have been wearing a dress, you shouldn't have had
Crazy.
your titties out. Like a woman can wear whatever the hell she wants to wear.
Absolutely.
She has the right to play with fashion, makeup. She has the right to dance, celebrate her birthday. She has the right to get drunk. If she accidentally gets too drunk, that's never a means for rape me. That's never a means
Facts.
for have sex with me, sexually assault me like that. Those two things do not go together, and until we change that narrative, it's going to continue to happen.
Facts.
But since then, she actually attempted suicide.
Are you
The
serious?
belt.
Wow.
They found her unconscious. They were able to resuscitate her. Then she had to go on under a 72-hour mandatory watch in a mental ward. And since then, she's trying to fight through it. She's definitely trying to fight through it, but she is having a hard time dealing with it, and she needs as much support as she can get. I mean, even if
That's crazy.
You know,
How
we-
have they
we've
not
been-
locked this man up then?
yeah, we've been rallying. Shout out to Sabrina from.
That ain't even nothing happened to him. Like,
That's
No,
crazy.
nothing has happened to him yet. No street justice, no legal justice. Nothing has happened yet. But Sabrina from Glam University has also been like very active, and
I
she's
saw
been
that.
talking to, Jasmine and her attorney, and she's done so much for this. And we rally outside of Opera every Friday. We're gonna do that until he's actually arrested. So if anyone has time to join us, please do.
And when
Or
is that
just
rally?
Every Friday until he's arrested at 6:30 p.m. If you want more
Wow.
information, you can DM me at _SueSolo. I'm more than happy to give you guys the details. But this cause is like super important to me. It could have easily been one of my friends at my events.
Yeah,
It could
'cause
have
it's a
been.
club.
It's a club. It could have been a woman that I personally invited out.
Mm-hmm.
So
what are the owners
it's
of the
rough.
club saying?
They haven't said anything.
So Opera hasn't released a statement?
They released a statement simply saying that they are cooperating with APD and providing them with surveillance, but there hasn't been an apology to the victim or any acknowledgement to the victim that something happened. And I get the liability portion of it, being a business owner, but I think my issue is just like humanity is just really fucked up.
Yeah,
like
man.
your job title is a pass to not be compassionate sometimes, and that's what's fucking me up about how we operate as a world, as a unit.
Yeah, I think. Have you talked to her specifically?
I have not. No.
Yeah, let's try.
No,
Sabrina.
Yeah, you should try to connect. I mean, just for the support piece of it.
Yeah, I will.
And keep us updated.
I'm still trying to I'm trying to stop crying. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I think about it. So
yeah, it's fucking. It's terrible.
So it's difficult for me to talk to her. Sabrina's been really strong, and like she's having amazing conversations with her, and I know what those conversations are. But I just feel like
so somebody is in contact with her.
Yeah, Sabrina who's the founder of the Glam University. She's amazing. Like she's doing what I cannot. Like
she's been around
almost
a long time.
cannot.
But you're doing
talk to Jasmine.
now.
You know. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah,
and you will be able to talk to her. I think this is a wake up for community. I mean, this is not something that should be. I mean, hearing you say that women were
I don't think a lot of people seen that second video.
Two other victims came out, and of course
by him,
and there may not be any other video, so they didn't want to come out because people wouldn't believe this. Like, had this second video not come out, there would still be millions of people saying.
So when did that video come out?
When did the second video come out?
About 3 days after the other, but it was pulled.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whose camera? Like, who's the person? Like,
well,
it's a female. She actually turns the camera back on herself, so we know who you are too, sis. Like she's in the camera.
Wow.
But that's the thing that this is the thing. This is the problem I'm having.
Oh wow.
Society has turned women on women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in a disgusting way. Mm-hmm. Any woman, any man that cares about women, or is has compassion at all, seeing that in the club, it's just not right for y'all to be. Even if it was, I'm not saying this. Was consensual, but even if it's happening and it's in the club, that's just not. That's that.
Come on,
sex,
come on, bro.
You're not supposed to have sex.
Like go home.
You're not supposed to have sex in the club, right? So
not supposed to have
this
sex
is the thing.
in public.
Another thing on my attachment is, I've definitely seen people have sex in a club. I have either like about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, but
but there was one time in particular, from a distance, that when I saw the video of Jasmine, I started thinking of this one particular time, and I was like, damn, her body was kind of slumped over like Jasmine's. Like she and I'm running it back in my head like, damn, did I see a rape go down and I didn't say anything?
Wow.
Did I see something suspicious and just thought, oh, they just nasty. They kinky. They having sex in public.
In the club.
I've seen
I think
it
I
a couple times.
I would have broken it up just because of the liability. No, I'm serious.
No, it's a total liability.
It's
it is
a total
liability.
I mean, I think that's just the way I think.
I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
We're usually because we're working.
Right, and we're used to the twerking and the heavy
especially if I'm in a DJ booth, I can't.
No.
You seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I be in the crowd. I'm like when I was in the club like that, I would be in the crowd, and if anybody's grinding super hard, I'm extra like, okay, long as you know what I'm saying. And then it's like the ones that stay after the club, because we've all been after the club. They still grinding. It's like 3 people. Like, okay, go to the hotel.
Yeah.
But I've never seen actual intercourse.
One thing I will say, I don't believe that everybody is a rally person. I don't think that rallying is like the best solution. So if you can't rally, like, don't feel that that's your only way to stand up. I'm just more so talking about compassion, and like if you see something suspicious, just report it. Like, stop recording shit. Report it if it looks suspicious. You don't have to be the person to go over there to try to stop it. Don't put yourself in a dangerous position, but tell someone who is trained, hired, paid to do that damn job to go over there and check it out, because you really could be saving someone from an unfortunate situation.
Yes. And two, I don't care if you got the training or not to deal with it. If somebody's in trouble and you know the reason, or there could be a possible reason that they're not equipped to handle themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna know if someone's drugged, but you see somebody out of it. Mm-hmm. If you see a woman getting touched or beat up by a man, things that you just know you have to interfere, and that's just being a human being.
Yeah. Safety in nightlife, like it's honestly, it's all of our responsibilities. I think photographers, if you saw something in a corner that security may not see, go say something. Bartenders, if you see something suspicious, say something to a security guard. DJ, if you're elevated and you have a better view and you see something, tell somebody to go tell the security. it's got to be a community
but
effort.
The women at the angle is just disturbing. Like all
she
the
was
women.
No,
initially-
it's disgusting, but it, again, to me, it all goes down to being an issue of a lack of compassion. Like we have a lack of compassion.
Yeah.
In the initial video, she was on her live.
Yes, she was on her live.
Yes,
so that first angle we saw of her like saying, help me, it was like this when she was slumped over.
Well, all the alleged came from that video.
From that video.
That
It
you didn't
was
see the
when the
penetration,
second
but
one.
she's saying you actually saw them fuck. So anyway, can't talk about that anymore. If you see something,
Damn.
say something, y'all. If you see something, say something.
Report
If you see
versus
something,
record.
say something, y'all. And on that note,
Please.
it's time for Baller Mail.
Ladies, ways to confirm you're enabling a womanizer.
Enabling.
My bad.
Wow,
Ways
right on track,
to confirm you're enabling a womanizer.
Wow. That's a
on
tongue
time.
twister, by the way.
This was written by. I cut her name off. But this is from a female's perspective. So males, listen up, including myself and KB.
I'm going.
Many names come to mind as a description for men who are emotionally unavailable. For politically correct purposes, I have decided to use womanizer. But please, feel free to insert the name you are most comfortable with. First of all, what is a womanizer? My original guess was a man who uses his charm to woo a woman under the pretense of exclusivity or some type of relationship. Then I thought, you should verify that. I mean, we are in the era where we make up definitions of common words, so I wanted to make sure I was accurate. Google's definition was similar. A man who engages in numerous casual sexual affairs with women, or a man who habitually flirts and seduces or attempts to seduce a woman.
That sounds like every man I know.
But to be
at
clear,
some point in their life, I'm just.
this blog is not to bash men.
It's not.
In fact, this piece is less about a womanizer and more about his accomplices.
Interesting. I can't wait.
Who are they, you ask? It's crazy because you said this off camera. Surprisingly, in most cases, they are non-romantic women in his life. The mothers are his biggest culprits in making them, and we, the sisters, female cousins, friends, and aunties, are the co-conspirators in the maintaining of these type of men. I use the word surprisingly because as women, we have all encountered emotionally unavailable, irresponsible, disrespectful men in our dating lives. So why is it somehow tolerable when one of our loved ones displays those characteristics to other women? Why do we view holding our sons, brothers, and cousins responsible for mental, financial, and emotional abuse they cause to our fellow sisters as betrayal? I'm going to say that because, Mama Rari will always be like, don't settle down yet. It ain't time yet. Don't worry about that.
Right.
My big sister, don't worry about her. Nah, not her. Don't settle down yet. My female cousins, hey, I got something for you, cuz. She nice too. But don't try to fall in love with her. I'm just saying.
Yes, facts.
That is enabling me.
It is. I'm glad that you agree.
Now I'm
with
over
this
here
baller
figuring
mail.
out as I'm reading this shit like, damn.
Therapy.
It absolutely is.
That shit damn near got me through some shit. That's why the way I was.
Yeah, was.
See, I said was.
I had a cousin in a relationship with this guy off and on for years, and she was so close to his mom that his mom would be like, oh, he's just young, he's not ready, just hold on, just wait for him, wait. I was looking at her like, his mom is telling you to wait. Girl, don't wait on his ass. Like, his mom know good and hell well that man ain't ready for you. She don't want you to find nobody good or better. And she's like, it's manipulating to tell her, wait.
Right.
Like, that was so fucked up. But because my cousin is amazing and she wants her son to be with an amazing woman, she tried to convince her to wait.
Wow. I think let's break that down, Rory. I think
Yeah, break it down.
There are a lot of layers in that.
it's totally, you're both correct in your statements, but I think that womanizer is such a negative term. Like, when I think about womanizer, I just think of overbearing man that won't give, like, just you know what I mean, can be disrespectful, just too much, just too much handsy. Like, when I think of the word womanizer, but when Rory just did the definition, that might be most men I know. Because at the end of the day, it's like, if you're single, you're talking to women. You're talking to multiple women to see what the compatibility is, what the possibility is, right? And then
Otherwise, the women would be whores for that, but okay.
no, No, I'm not saying you're fucking them all. I'm saying you're in multiple relationships to see where you're going. Don't act like y'all not in multiple relationships.
No, all I'm saying is women would be considered whores in that case. That's all I said.
Multiple relationships having nothing to do with sex. Multiple relationships meaning I'm trying to weed out.
But women are labeled whores even without sex.
But let's just say you're talking
That's
to.
not true.
Wait. Hold
you're
on.
whores for having male friends.
No. Women are labeled whores even when people don't know if they're having sex with anybody. Period.
Men and women are labeled whores if they fuck too many people.
In addition to that, women are labeled whores even when they're not fucking because people think that just because you talk to multiple people, you're a hoe.
I disagree.
I feel you.
I disagree. If you're not,
I don't think she's a hoe if she talks to multiple people.
I don't either.
I think that's great.
If she's
that
having sex with him and their friends, and then they break up, and then she smashes the other friend, and then the other friend. That's
she
like
just lives with her box, just like a man.
But if you are talking to somebody here, and then I don't talk no more, and you go talk to somebody over there. What's that?
I think it's great that y'all think that way, but I'm telling y'all that there are other people that will label women whores for even
Okay, well, they're insecure men. They're not worth your time.
That's an insecurity right there.
What I'm saying, and can you read the womanizer definition one more time? I want to break something down in that because I just feel like, how do you not get to the one? If
Google's definition: a man who engages in numerous casual sexual affairs with women, or a man who habitually flirts with and seduces or attempts to seduce women.
Yeah. Casual
he knows
sex.
he doesn't have any good intentions.
Well, I don't think
you know.
I think
the intentions are good.
Yeah. I was saying, let me ask you a question.
I'm saying based off of what you just read, like saying like just trying to seduce women, like
Well, I don't think you. Okay, so first question: do you think having casual sex is a bad thing?
I don't think having casual sex is a bad thing.
Okay, cool.
No.
And then the other piece to that would be, if you don't flirt, how do you know if the rhythm is there? How do you know if you are compatible, right? So I think flirting is, that's
signals. Those are signals.
Yeah, those are signals. Those are exactly like pheromones.
Mm-hmm.
Like don't you
dopamine.
Don't you want to try and see if the energy is there? That's what you have to do. Because the initiation of relationship is animalistic. It's like the attraction. You know what I'm saying? And I think
I may like one girl, but then I may like this other girl too. But she's like super into me, even though they probably like me. They're both the same. But she's like sending me like. Yeah, oh my God, you're so handsome. I like you. Da, 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 you're so cool. Like, I like hanging out with you. Meanwhile, she's not saying anything. She just likes me a lot. But she's waiting for me to I'm kind of going over here to where the frequency is strong.
Right. And when I was younger, I
may
would
be talking
have,
to both of them.
I could not even have a conversation and know somebody wants you. Like, you can, I'm sure you've all experienced that. You know what I'm saying? So is that, but I think too, at the end of the day though, like, as you get older, you realize that certain things that when you were younger you attempted to do aren't really necessary. I was listening to I forgot who it was this morning, and they said that it was I think it was on the Breakfast Club. What's the guy that writes Tony Gaskins? Tony Gaskins.
That's my boy.
The isms.
Went to college with him.
Tony Gaskins said, love and union is really about a mental more than physical. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about like women are more stimulated when a man has something to teach and or offer greater than their, current situations, right? Mm-hmm. And he said it correctly, and I wholeheartedly believe that, being this age and being this tenured in my relationship, like, it's the mental piece that wows me and continues to wow me about my wife. Or, it makes me even more attracted. And I think attraction becomes more of it's bigger than lust at a certain stage. It's more about, protect, take care of, make whole, whatever it is. Sex being a piece, but not being the main piece. So, but yeah, I just think womanizer. But the definition you read though is crazy. Like, the shit sounds.
I think what you were saying about like dating and stuff, that's for sure. You have to date. You have to date multiple people. Yeah. I think what they were talking about is someone who is more so just doing it as like trying to see who I can get, how many I can get. So I think that's what that blog post was talking about.
But I think it's sport for men and women in college. You can't tell. I know women and men. It was just sport. Like, let me see who and what, how can. And to Rari's point, to your point, to my point, it's like at a certain, you're talking about the world.
You're still in your adolescence, like trying to figure out your body.
Yeah. It's an awkward time.
Now the whore,
what you like,
for
what
men
you don't
and
like.
women can slip in there. The title whore can slip in there for men and women if you're just having sex and there's no purpose. And I'm just saying that the society says whore.
Yeah. I think we'll just be just be a little more realistic
But
about
if you don't go to college,
who that holds more weight with.
That's still itching to get out of you.
Yeah, it's still there.
So I know some people that did go to college.
We're saying college as in that age.
frame.
But college is the perfect time frame for kind of like. That's why I like. You should definitely go to college, like, because that's for real, because you're an adult. You're in high school. You can't do too much. You're under your parents' roof. But when you're in college,
these high school kids is fast.
they
as
turn.
fuck
yeah,
right
but
now.
when you're in college, you're by yourself on your own. Mommy is not upstairs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or she's at
or not
work.
even in the same city. Right. I got
She's
you.
not at work.
Child.
Coming home, you gotta do some shit before she get home.
They getting it
you on
in
your own,
right now.
you on
I
your
just
own.
want to say to all the young high schooler, seniors, all the way to
Wait.
seniors in college, just be careful with your lips. You don't want to get shit on your lip, and then you got to get it burnt, and then get the skin pulled over. Just don't put.
Just stop.
Careful
I do
with
a,
your mouth.
I do a
private
thing.
parts. You don't want shit
You should
growing
come.
on
Hey,
your shit.
y'all
man.
we should do a ball alert version because I do right before football season starts. I go talk to the football team because football players, boy.
Are they off chain?
Yeah, athletes in general.
Yeah.
So I go talk to the schools and talk to the men about maybe we can have our first female come.
Let's do it.
Because it's usually all
she ready
guys.
for it.
Yeah, let's
And
do
we
it.
go talk to
Big
them,
little mama.
Because
You know
boy,
what
it's
I'm
going
saying?
down in
Come
school, boy. It is going down in high
It's
school.
bad.
All right, and now it's time for comment creeping.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
love
Well,
y'all.
we're just going to keep this song going, okay?
Or
D.L. Hughley on Terry Crews. God gave you muscles so you can say no. Terry Crews, this poor man, Lord have mercy. He responds to D.L. Hughley and says, "You told the world God gave me muscles so I could say no. Are you implying I wanted to be sexually assaulted? I'm listening, sir." Here is DL again. He says, "You saw the video, basically like, nigga, you heard what the fuck I said.
Said what I
Clear as
said.
day, I said what the fuck I said."
.com.
.com.gov. It was that serious. Then Terry Crews comes back and says, "Sir, you said I should have pushed him back or restrained him, and I did all those things, but you act like I didn't. Were you there?" D.L. Hughley responds, "That's different than slapping the shit out of him."
Word.
Then Terry Crews says, "So, sir, ... If you truly feel that is a correct way to deal with toxic behavior, should I slap the shit out of you right now?"
Ooh, showdown. Showdown. That's
Terry.
right. So that was the end of it.
That was the end of it. That was it. Terry, let me tell
You
you.
ain't dropped the pen?
He ain't dropped the pen, but the pen was dropped.
No
okay?
comment on this
the pen
at all.
Was dropped.
I got a super
Now-
I don't
comment.
got nothing to say.
Solo.
I totally appreciate the way that Terry handled that, and I'm going to focus on this. I respect everyone's opinions about what they feel someone should have done in a situation. I get it. I respect it. I just need people to be a little bit more compassionate when you're talking to someone who already feels bad about the shit that they dealt with. Like, we're not talking about somebody that got into a fight, got beat up, or, it was fair game. Like, we're talking about someone who found themselves a victim of sexual assault. And I know that if you have never been that, you're just not going to understand it. You don't need to break down or tear people down that you don't understand.
I agree with that.
Let it be.
I agree wholeheartedly with that. But in this Terry Crews situation, that nigga's entirely too big to be letting some little white man touch on his motherfucking ass and or private parts without slapping the dog shit out of that man. I don't give a fuck who had a camera, didn't have a camera.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
It is not complicated.
Oh, okay.
That is a lawsuit.
Wait.
That is the biggest lawsuit.
Time out.
And listen, I'm gonna tell you. Hold on. Terry Crews didn't get all he came to get. If outside of the message of being molested by a little man, you did not get what you came for, because in the event of the assault, in the moment of the assault, if he'd have did something back and made a scene, he'd have had more win in court. Fact.
How do you explain?
He'd have got a bigger check in court.
I want
Explain why it's complicated?
Yeah.
It's complicated because we don't understand. Just that part alone, just us not being able to understand
Child.
what that is what makes it a complicated situation. I don't know, man. Who knows? That man might have
This is
threatened
not
his
sexual
family
assault like
or-
he was raped.
or
Somebody put
I
something in
don't
his
know.
butt. We talking about the man touched him inappropriately.
Yeah, I know.
No. It's not the same. Being
Okay.
sexually molested
We don't know
and
the
raped.
situation.
Oh, so
we
he
don't
wasn't
know.
sexually molested.
No, he was not.
sexually assaulted.
He was sexually assaulted.
Oh,
He
so
was
he
touched.
Was
He was
touching
feeling
on
on
him.
him.
Hella wrong.
That's a quick elbow,
That's
bro.
a quick chicken wing to
Yeah.
the side of your fucking face.
Okay, so now I was a little sensitive to because I'm
no
over here like,
sensitive
damn.
rape. Yeah, okay, he got
He got
strap
drugged.
on in the
I,
butt.
no, I thought he
And
got
didn't want
drugged
it.
or something like.
That's inappropriate, and
So
we
he was
should
just
feel
like
bad.
someone just touching on him.
Let's say
Yeah.
he might have
But
thought
no,
that he was
fuck
gonna be
that, man.
blackballed. Like
Fuck
I'm telling
that,
y'all,
man.
so
I'm tired
many
of this
people
song.
deal with that.
You said so you let little
So
homie.
many people deal with that. It's like, hey, fuck. Like, am I gonna lose?
Okay,
am
women
I
is
gonna say
different.
something
No,
and
women are
lose
different.
everything I worked for? Like,
Yes, for
this
women.
is how I feed
for
my
women.
family. Okay.
For women, not 6'3", 250 pound solid
Linebacker
muscle
ass
man against
motherfucker.
little white man. I'm sorry. You scared of losing something and you gonna let him feel on your dick. You just gonna let him come feel on your balls because you in fear that he might do. Come on. Now listen, and let's be clear. I am 1,000% with you with people who have been taken
Yeah.
advantage of,
Let's
molested,
not shame
raped.
him, man. Don't shame him.
Ain't nobody shaming him, but we
Nah, he shamed him. He shamed him.
But also,
D.L. Hughley shamed that man.
Also,
There's
he
no way
making
around
fun
it.
of him,
Wait,
or
wait.
he's shaming him.
That-
What can't comedians do anymore?
Time out. He's a
Nah,
comedian.
man.
Let him let him be
Exactly.
funny for a second. I mean, that wasn't funny.
I'm not a
but
comedian, and I'm making a joke about it, nigga. You crazy?
I think
Comedians can't
comedians.
even be
Dog shit
comedians
out
no
there,
more.
man.
I think this whole comedian sensitivity thing that's going on is like,
A typical man reflex. If you
That's
touch me in
it.
that area, boom.
If a
I
man
get
touch
it.
you,
I get
if a
it.
You
man
getting chopped in
touches
the
your
throat.
ass and I'm there, my reflex is like
Yeah.
it's like an uncontrolled. I'm just saying, like, come
Yeah.
on, bro. You mad? And that's the thing about it. We just had this conversation about Kevin Hart. Comedians can't say shit, and I know DL. He came off being funny, trying to be fun, and it's not funny maybe in the context of like you don't know what I went through. I am personally disgusted. And Terry Crews, he might legitimately be disgusted by it, but same time, bruh. You are a grown big man, and a little man touched you. There's no excuse for the.
but
Let me
like we're
process what?
We're never gonna get to that place that we want to get to, like, as a human race, though. Honestly, if we don't fucking stop this shit, like, dead ass. Like, I get it, comedians be funny, haha. I laugh too. I get it. I'm not trying to go in on comedians,
Don't take it so serious.
but I'm just saying, like,
It's a grown
shit,
man,
like
you
some
talking about-
shit gotta.
But you got to
come
be able to
on.
separate too, though. I don't. And this is where.
How about y'all call the victims before? How about you call Terry, be like,
No.
yo, Terry,
Well, let's
look,
talk
I'm gonna
about
let you
that.
know, blah 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 blah, bloop bloop. I'm gonna say this and be done. Like,
Let's talk
like,
about it.
like, show that you actually care about
He
the person
doesn't.
first, and then
He doesn't care.
shoot, go ahead.
That's
then.
why he said he was there.
That's why we so fucked up. That's why the world is so
No,
fucked
the
up. 'Cause people
compassion
just don't
has
give a
nothing to
fuck.
do with
It
this
has
situation.
So much to do with it. It
Really?
does. It does. It does. The whole world of comedy, like, I think. I obviously don't know like much about comedy, and I'm gonna go back and do some research now. But I want to know, like, was comedy always so fucking like
Absolutely.
harsh?
Hardcore.
Like
Go back to the
always?
80s.
Nah, before that. I'm talking about before the 80s.
It wasn't
Let's
really
go.
nothing popping like that before that.
I don't want
Richard
this
Pryor
whole
was the
thing to
first
create
one, really.
victims. I don't want this to create victims. For
Likewise,
women, for
likewise.
men. I don't want it to create more victims. I don't want it's you know, and it's a very gentle line to straddle. But I am saying I just don't want people to be feeling victimized. You know what I'm saying? For sake of being a victim. I just don't want to do it. I just don't want people to be that weak-minded where they feel like they got... If you are a fucking victim, there is a fucking right you have to feel every way you have to... Like you. You got so caught up in homegirl because you've been through the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's real. But Terry fucking Crews, like, that's a joke. That's even a joke. Like, it's a joke. It's a joke if you, as a man... can't feel like you can defend yourself against a smaller man. And we talking about in the jungle rules. And you feel like you can't say or do nothing to this motherfucker for sake of your career. We talking about being a man first. Fuck career. That's the problem with community. I'm just saying, like, I think we get into the victim place.
I wonder if he was molested as a child.
Who?
Terry Crews.
That might have. Okay. Well,
I think so.
Okay. You just killed me.
Said
If that's true.
It's layers, you know what I'm saying?
If that's true,
If-
then I can take everything I just said back. But until then, you too goddamn big, Terry. And you slap fire the motherfucking touch on your balls.
Yeah, if you can defend yourself, defend yourself. I agree with that part.
That's all I'm saying. But if he was, Terry, if you were molested as a child, I take all that back. And we love you. And now it's time for Confucius Says. Baller Nation, if you are not happy in here, in your heart, in your soul, today, in your current life, at your current job, in your current relationship, how do you expect to be happy in the future? You see, being happy starts now with you in your current state. Before all the accomplishments, before the success, before someone else can add to your happiness, you have to be happy with yourself. See, I'm around people every day that go back and forth on what's not happening for them, why they haven't been able to achieve, and I always go back to the energy. If you're whole, you're happy. Get whole, Baller Nation. Peace.